Back to Cupcake DIYs. Hi guys, today we are making Red Velvet Cupcakes. So the things you will need to make the cupcakes will be 120 grams of self-raising flour, and in this I have also put the 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder and the 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Then I have 120 grams of butter and 120 grams of caster sugar and 2 eggs and red food colouring, and I have got powdered here which I'm just going to mix in with a splash of milk to incorporate with our mixture. Now the equipment you will need will be a mixing bowl, a spatula, an ice cream scoop which is to aid me in scooping the mixture into the muffin cases, a hand mixer. You can also use a wooden spoon and just mix it very fast with a lot of muscle power, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to use a hand mixer. And you'll also need a measuring jug. I have already put the red food colouring, the egg and a little splash of milk in here, and I've whisked it up, so I'll just skip that after we mix up the butter and sugar. So I'm just going to move these things to the side. So I've placed my butter and caster sugar into the bowl, and I'm just going to mix it on high speed until it's light, fluffy and lighter than this. As you can see, it's a yellowish colour, and it's going to go into a pale yellow once I've mixed it until it's fluffy, and I'll show you once I have done this. So I've whisked it up, and as you can see, it's a light and fluffy consistency. So you just want to mix up your eggs, milk and food colouring in a separate jug, and you just want to set that aside, and we're going to slowly add that into our mixture and cream it until it's fluffy. So I'm going to slowly add in my red milk egg mixture, and you want to just start mixing and slowly add it in, and I'm going to stop talking because I need to do this and make sure the butter and sugar and egg mixture mix evenly, because you do not want it to split. That will just ruin your cake. So you need to make sure they are evenly incorporated. I'm just going to scrape the sides so all the mix is being incorporated. And then I'm just going to carry on mixing and adding the egg mixture. As you can see, it's evenly incorporated and it's a nice red colour, and it's very smooth and very voluminous. And now I'm just going to add my baking powder, cocoa powder and self-raising flour mix. Now you need to add 1/3 of this, and then you need to mix it with the mixture, and the other 2/3 you need to fold in with your spatula. So I'm going to add 1/3 of my mix into it. Now I'm going to mix it with the mixture. Now I'm going to add the rest in and fold it in. I'm just going to put this to the side and add the rest in. And with my spatula, I'm just going to fold this in slowly and delicately, because you do not want to make all the air that you've put in while mixing the butter, the sugar and the eggs come out by vigorously mixing this. So you just need to slowly fold it in by doing a mix around the bowl, and you just want to mix this until it's evenly incorporated. Now as you can see, I've mixed it in and it's evenly incorporated. It's a lovely maroony colour, and I think I didn't add enough food colouring because I had run out of my food colouring, so it's kind of like a browny red, so I'm not sure it will come out very red, but don't make the same mistake as me and add quite a bit of red food colouring. And you can add more now if you need to, but I don't have any left, so I'm just going to leave it how it is. And I'm just going to add a splash of milk because as you can see it's quite thick. Now cake batter needs to be like a ribbony consistency, so I'm just going to add a splash of milk and mix this in very, very evenly. So I'm just going to add that splash of milk, and I'm going to fold this in and I'll show you with my result one. So I mixed it in evenly and now it's a nice consistency, like it's ribbony and just very nice and fluffy. And I think I forgot to mention this before, I've got a muffin tray lined with muffin cases, and now I'm just going to get my ice cream scoop and scoop one at a time, even scoops into my tray. So I'll show you a couple and then I'll do the rest and then show you my result at the end. So you want to evenly distribute your mixture, and if you don't have an ice cream scoop you can just use a tablespoon and a teaspoon and scoop some into the tablespoon and then scoop it out with the teaspoon, and then that should do with scooping in. Try to avoid the side of the muffin case and the tray because that will kind of ruin your look at the end onto your cupcakes. So you want it to be nice and evenly in the middle of the case. Don't get it on the edges because that will make it look unprofessional. So I'm just going to do the rest and I'll show you before I put them all in the oven. So I've evenly distributed it, and as you can see on the side of this one I've got a bit of red on the side, so that's kind of a disappointment. I'm going to try and wipe it off and try and cover it with frosting once I ice them. So I'm going to put these into the oven at 180 Celsius degrees, and I think I said this before, and it's going to be for 20 to 25 minutes until you get a toothpick and insert it into the cake or a cake tester and see if it's ready. And it has to have nothing on the toothpick or cake tester, or maybe a crumb, nothing sticky or cake battery. So I'm just going to put these into the oven and put on a timer, and at 20 to 25 minutes when I take it out of the oven I'll show you the end results. So they're in the oven. I'm just going to wait 22 to 25 minutes and I'll show you the end results for the red velvet cupcakes. So the red velvet cakes are out of the oven and they look beautiful. They're so even. They've got a lovely red colour, red brownish colour. As I said before, I didn't have enough food colouring, and I've just inserted a toothpick into it, and as you can see it's come out completely clean, not even a crumb. So these are definitely ready and they look beautiful, and I'm going to ice them and I'll show you this when I'm done. By the way, sorry for the background noise, I've got the washing machine on. So now we are going to ice the red velvet cupcakes, and I have just got some chocolate frosting here, and I have bought this from Sainsbury's, and I'm just going to get some kitchen scissors here, and I'm going to just, like, according to your size, how you're going to pipe it. I don't have any piping tips here, and I'm not even using a proper piping bag because I've run out. And then my piping tips, I'm not going to use one because today I just want like a nice circle look. So I'm just going to snip off the end according to the size I want, and I want it quite big today, so I'm going to snip it off, and then I'm going to get my piping bag. And it's kind of an awkward shape, so you just want to like kind of make it into like a cone. So I'm going to start piping, and I'm going to pipe like a circle type. And I'm just going to do a very simple one here. I'm just going to do the rest and I'll show you the finished result. So this is my finished result, and today in London is quite hot, so I'm quite upset that my cupcakes, the icing has melted. It's given it like a smooth finish, kind of looks like ganache or something. So I might actually just title this Ganache Topped Red Velvet Cupcakes, and as you can see it looks amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoy the cupcakes like I will too, and make sure to like, subscribe and comment down below other ideas for baking and DIY videos, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!